And I got my buddy Lance Stinson on the line here.
I've been taking a look at some of your music, man. You got some pretty good stuff going on there. I'm digging it.
Well, thank you, bud. Thanks. We got some brand new stuff, man. We're in the middle of finishing the mixes and masters on right now in Nashville, and we got some good stuff that's going to be coming out in the end of August, 1st September. Too, man, it's going to be going along with that. And but I appreciate you wanting me to call you guys. I do appreciate it.
No, man, we're excited to have you. We're always looking for people who, may look underappreciated. And from the things that I've heard from your music, man, definitely underappreciated.
Well, thank you, Shane. I appreciate it, bud. Appreciate it.
So just kind of starting off, going all the way back to the beginning, read you're from Lumber City, Georgia. Is that where you got your start there?
Yeah, that's where I was born and raised, right there, right outside Lumber City, and started singing at church when I was around 8 or 9, and kept on singing and stuff. And when I got to high school, I think we were 14 or 15, and 3 guys I went to school with were, one played drums and 2 guys played guitar. And we put our first little band together, man, and we played for, a few years all the way through high school and right after high school together. And then we all just kind of kept playing music, and, it's been one of those things, man. We just never quit,
Well, that's awesome.
We just got love for it, man. And playing live is something that, is just my passion. I love to play live music for people, man. It's just, it's one of those things, man,
Looks like you got quite a nice fan base. I was looking at you on Instagram there, and you got girls running up wanting to take selfies and stuff like that, man. That's always a good feeling, I have to imagine, to hop off stage and then people just kind of, gravitate to you.
Yeah, man. Because when you connect with the people that you're playing for, man, it makes the whole thing, the whole deal of doing the music, writing the music, and it brings it all, full circle for you when you do that kind of thing. When you can connect with your fans and play songs that they can relate to, and especially when you write one, man, and you get to a place and when you get done playing your show, they all come up to you and tell how much they love your song. It means this to them. It makes them think about this in their life, or help them through a tough time. And I'll tell you, that's some of the most fulfilling parts of I've heard, for playing music, man. It's really great when people connect with your music.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. That's got to be a good feeling, especially helping people, like you said, through those times when maybe they're a little bit down, like your song Whiskey, man. There's a lot of people that can relate to that exact feeling. And it's a sad feeling on both parts. Losing someone you love and the bottle of whiskey being empty.
That's right, man. It's a song that everybody, I think, can relate to it. And it's kind of one I definitely can relate to. And there's most everybody's ever had a tough time. They've been through a divorce or lost a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. Everybody's had a little heartbreak in their life, and that it's one of those songs I think people gravitate towards because they can relate to it.
Absolutely. Did you write all your music originally? Is that correct?
I write a good bit of it, and I do use different guys that I know around town that write songs and girls too, and like Mindy Campbell, Rick Tiger, Shane Miner are some big writers in Nashville.
Yeah.
We try to write as much as we can, and but there's sometimes when you just run across a song and it's just such a great song, it fits your album that you're working on. You got to add it to the mix, even though if you didn't write it,
That's a good point. It also helps the other people out, the songwriters that are trying to break in.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest thing, man. The songwriters for years have just not got the credit that they're due. A lot of songwriters haven't, man. And because I'm telling you, they're the unseen talent behind the scenes. They're one of the groups, and that a lot of people don't see. That that's their creation, man. That's their baby, and they want to put that music out there. And I'm honored. If we do cut somebody's record, we always try to, I like to meet with them, and if I don't know them, and then sit down and say, hey, man, tell me, the whole story behind the song, because I know what I hear when I hear the song, what how I gravitate toward it, because I can relate to it. And that way you can get, when you cut the song, and you can kind of understand where they were coming from.
Right. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good point. The people there that pour their heart out on the pages don't get the credit, and that's like you said, that's their baby. I see here that you've toured with Brantley Gilbert, Luke Bryan, Travis Tritt, Randy Houser, Lee Brice, Coldfort. You've been with like some of these big dogs, so I mean, you must have had some good times backstage with these fellas too, I'd imagine.
Oh man, and learned so much from being on the road with those guys, and it was just an honor that we got picked for a lot of those shows to be on tour with those guys, man, and made friends with a lot of those guys, and I used to enjoy every night, behind the stage watching all those guys do their show, man, and kind of take pieces and parts from them, and see how they're, from beginning to end, how they start off, from setting up stuff to, all the way through the show, how they you put it together that way. It's kind of like it makes it run a lot smoother, because a lot of times when you're new and young out there, and you just jump there and play, you don't really look around the whole, the whole system that put it together to make it, as close to perfect as you can. I mean, it is live music, what I mean?
That's pretty exciting. I saw that you just finished up your East Coast tour, and you're now with TRE out of the West Coast. So you're looking to head out west and do a little tour. Is that right?
We're going to do that, and it looks like we're going to be coming back up to the Massachusetts and all area, in the New York area.
All right.
It looks like back again in the fall again. They're wanting us to come back, and I'm telling you, man, it was a blast. It was a long 3 weeks on the road, but we enjoyed every day, man, and met everybody we met was super nice, man, and didn't meet a mean person the whole time we were there. And everybody loved our music and made a lot of fans there, a lot of friends.
Do you find it's tough?
Sure.
Do you find it's tough being out on the road? I mean, just like the grind of constantly moving from city to city, or does it, pay off for you when you get on stage?
Well, the whole thing, man, is we're going out being able to share our music with people that's never heard our music before or never seen us live. May have seen us, on social media or YouTube or stuff like that. But we actually get to go out there and do like the one-on-one thing. And, you play music and after the shows and before the shows, you get to hang out with them and talk with them, man. And it's really cool, to be able to do that, And I think that's the whole point. They're doing it that way when you get out there playing your music, and if they and it's an honor for them to be there to start with, and then to hang around the whole time, and then actually want to hang out with you, and that makes it really cool for us.
Speaking of social media, you have a huge following on Twitter, man. I was taking a look at that, like 68,000 or so.
It is something, man, that has just took off for us in the last year and a half or so on Twitter. I was never really a big Twitter guy.
Yeah.
Until then, I was really MySpace and Facebook back in the day, and
yep.
And man, everybody said you need to do the Twitter thing. So we just really jumped on it hard, man. And everybody has just been real friendly and loving our music, man, and want to be a part of what we're doing. And I think it's awesome,
Yeah, you have more Twitter followers than Travis Tritt, Dwight Yoakam, and Phil Vassar. I thought that was pretty interesting, man.
Well, man, and those guys are awesome, man. I look up to every one of those guys. Back when we were kids, I played a lot of their stuff, back in the day coming up. And it's just one of those tools, man. I try to tell other artists and bands that we meet on the road, I'm like, guys, you need to get on the social media thing,
Yeah.
And because they're all asking us, how you getting these gigs way out, out of here and there. And I'm like, man, 90% of our gigs are, lately coming off social media. You know what I mean? And if we hadn't built that following on social media, we wouldn't be able to go out to Massachusetts or wherever and play, because people wouldn't know who you were.
When you get out on the West Coast, man,
the whole point's connecting with people anyway.
Exactly right. So, yeah, and it kind of makes the fans have that little bit of interaction that they feel like, I got to retweet.
Right, because the way I look at it, man, if it wasn't for those people that wanted to listen to our music and come out to the shows, I mean, we'd be working at McDonald's. We wouldn't be able to do what we love to do, because it's an all-around thing, They love our music, and I'm honored that people love it, man.
So, are you still based out of Georgia, or are you doing the Nashville thing now?
I still have a house in Georgia, but we do a lot of our, all our music stuff, recording and writing and all. We're based out of Nashville with that, but I'll always call Georgia home. It doesn't matter where I lay my head. It will always be home.
Yeah, Georgia's a great state until it's time for football and basketball season.
That's right, man. We love our sports, man. We love our sports.
Oh, yeah. The SEC's a hell of a conference, man. It really is.
It is, man. And those are some dedicated fans, man. You know what I mean? Some short enough dedicated fans.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So you have a gig coming up here in Kentucky, which I'm super excited about. I got a group of friends. We're going to go down and support you, pick up some merchandise if you have it down there at Natasha's downtown, man. That's a great place to pick up.
September the 23rd is when we're doing Natasha's up there, man. And we're looking forward to that, man. Very first time actually in that area in Kentucky, man. And we're really stoked about it. We're going from there, and then we moved up to Ohio. But we're looking forward to the show in Kentucky there in Lexington. We are, man. We really are. We're psyched about it.
What's a good way if somebody has a venue or knows a little place that they can send your way? How do people get in touch with you for booking shows and stuff like that?
You can just go to LanceStinson.com, or you can go to Lance Stinson, Facebook me, Twitter me, or any way you need to, any social media way would be the easiest way. You can email me at Lance Stinson, booking@gmail.com. Either way they wanted to go about it. Just shoot us a line, man, and I promise you I'll get back with you.
The next album that you're working on, when did it due out? I I know that I talked to your tour manager. She
we
said
hadn't actually put an actual day on it, but we're looking at the end of August, the 1st of September.
Oh, okay,
be done
wow.
with everything. What we're looking at very soon, very, very soon.
Gotcha. Got a lot of cool T-shirts on your website too. I was taking a look at that. I think I'm going to order a couple of them.
Well, thank you, man. Well, thanks so much. Thank you.
It's hilarious that the nurse shirt, man. It just made me laugh when I read the back of it.
That is pretty cool. I can't take credit for that one. I wish I was that brilliant to come up with that idea, but I can't take credit there for that one. But we've got a great team that surrounds us, man, on the merchandise and stuff like that, and they come up with really cool ideas and pitch to us, and that was one, man, that I thought was just great, man. I think it was great. It's really cool, and I'm glad you like it.
So what do you think is the one song right now that really defines you as far as your career that's come along so far? The one song that people request the most or gets the biggest pop at shows?
Well, right now, man, on my older record, Hold My Beer and Watch This was one of those songs. Watch This was a song that kind of broke me and kind of branded us. I hate to use that word and that term, but down south and stuff, because everybody can relate to that song. Everybody's got a crazy friend, or either they're the crazy one that's always said, hold my beer and watch this for them to do something crazy. It's one of those relatable songs, man, and everybody loves that song to play. A lot of people, sing along with it, and that's awesome. And that and Tell Us Stuff, and even Whiskey, man, a lot of people have really gravitated towards Whiskey because it's one of those, like I said, relatable songs that people really get,
Yeah, absolutely. I saw you played CMA Fest this year. Did you get any attention down there, around Nashville as far as that goes?
Well, Nashville's a really hard town to play, man, for a lot of different reasons, because there's, so many guys and girls down there that's super talented that people never hear about and stuff like that. And it's really sad about that whole thing. But, the whole thing with CMA Fest is, man, if you've never experienced it and you're a country music fan, you need to experience it at least once in your life. If you ever go once, you'll want to go every year. But, we got a lot of, we've got to meet a lot of our fan base that's down in that way that come. And we had some that drove for, 5-6 hours that come to see us.
Oh, wow.
And, that's a huge thing for us, for somebody to take time out of their day to come that far, to support us, man. And we met a lot of new friends there too, because the people everywhere, people that never heard us before, and now they're fans. And it's just one of those things that you should do. If you're in the music business, you need to be playing there. Yeah,
definitely. And it looks like it'd probably be a good place to get exposure as far as you've got music executives down there and all kinds of stuff.
It is, but it's all about the fans there. You're playing. They don't have to pay, and it's one of those really cool things that is a way to give back to them for all the support over all the years and all year long and stuff. So
absolutely. How long have you been with the band that you're with currently?
Well, Chad Gant, the guy's my band leader and guitar player, he's been with me for going on 6 years, and most of the other guys have been with me for about a year now.
Did you guys click like right when you hit that first riff on stage, or did it take a little adjustment to get used to your style?
Oh man, no, we're ready to go before we even walk on stage. All the guys that's in our group, man, we love the music, the live music. We love that, the fan base that we have come out and support us, man. And we love it when the crowd's so loud we can't even hear ourselves sing, so we just let them sing, and that's a cool thing for me, man. Because it's their time to release what they got going on for them too, man. So if they want to sing along, we'll let them sing, man.
That's awesome. Now I want you to explain something to me. What is Kick in the Teeth Country? What does that exactly mean? Because I like that. I like the way that sounds.
Man, it was just something that I just rambled off one day, and it's just kind of stuck. It's everybody says you sound traditional, but you kind of sounds a little bit rock. And, the way I look at it, I'm kind of like back in the day with my dad. He was all the old school, Merle and Waylon and Willie and Ernest Tubb, back all the old stuff when I was riding my dad in the truck. And then I've got two brothers that are 14 years older than me, and they riding to school with them. It was all the hair bands, Metallica, Def Leppard, Rat, Poison, Bon Jovi. So I kind of took a mix of both and kind of did it. And I said, it's kind of like Kick You in the Teeth Country. And, it's not a boring thing. I can tell you that. We love to put on a show, and it's very energetic. And I promise you, when you leave there, if you're not satisfied, it'd be a first for us. Put it that way. We'll give you money back.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I kind of got that feeling from you when I was listening to some of your music on YouTube. It was like, I went into it not knowing what to expect, and it ended up being like headbanging and toe tapping country, man. I really got into it.
Well, I'm glad, Sam. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. because we love to have fun, man, and that's the whole point. We love what we do, and I think that's why we've been so successful like we have for the last 6 or 7 years. We've been on the road traveling, playing music.
That's awesome, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and I'm going to send you a link.
Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure, man. I really hope one of these days when you blow up, I'll be like, hey, that dude was on my show, man.
And I'll be on your show again, my friend.
Hell yeah.
I'll be on the show again. Well, anytime.
We can't wait to see you. We're going to bring down a group to Natasha's and watch you, man. Well, you have some good gigs, man. Be safe, and we'll see you in September. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Shane. We do appreciate it, buddy.
And off his last album, here's Lance Stinson with Hold My Beer and Watch This on the weekday afternoon morning show.
You say I won't, but I will. I'll drink a moonshine straight from a still. I tore off a leaf of backer, smoke it right there out in the field. I couldn't hunt without a light, take off a run and ride into the night. I find the leanest, meanest, biggest, baddest boy and start picking a fight. So hold my beer and watch this as I cross another crazy thing on my list. I'll be either coming back or giving St. Peter a kiss. No, I ain't scared, I ain't afraid. Might be the last words you hear me say. Hang around and you'll be bound to see something you don't want to miss. Oh, my beer, watch this. Oh, look at there, at the bar, blue eyes that light up the dawn. A double-fisted, top-twisted, two-tall boy PBRs. Well, all my boys say, you ain't got a shot, 'cause her man's tougher than a concrete block. I said, now give me 30 minutes, we'll be rocking in the parking lot. So hold my beer and watch this as I cross another crazy thing on my list. I'll be either coming back or giving St. Peter a kiss. Well, I ain't scared, I ain't afraid. Might be the last words you hear me say. Hang around and you'll be bound to see something you don't want to miss. Hold my beer, watch this. No, I ain't scared, I ain't afraid.